Okay, this is a sketchbook tour. For a sketchbook that I finished like fairly recently. Um, it's 200 pages. Uh, it has kind of rough pages. I mean, it's alright. But they're pretty. It's like pretty heavy paper. But yeah, let's just go straight to it. Alright, so all this stuff was from very early. Like when I bought it, I didn't use it straight away because I had other sketchbooks. I just bought it just to have it, I guess. So this was like the first day I bought it. I just decided to throw some stuff in there. So this is pretty. This stuff is actually pretty old. So we have like just boxes and stuff, trying to do perspective stuff, trying to do some gesture stuff, not really understanding it. But mannequins, pose stuff. See what else. It's just a lot of garbage. I mean, it's fine though. That's how I use my sketchbooks, just filled with practice. Also, my nose is running. I have like a cold, so you're gonna have to excuse that. But yeah, more mannequins, posing stuff. I don't know why my camera's flashing like that. Okay, so yeah, more pose stuff, mannequins. You can see I was just rotating mannequins here. Trying to do some perspective stuff. You see the skull. More head structure stuff. This is definitely all studies from Morpho, Simplified Anatomy. So yeah, there's a bunch of that. Yeah, I was trying to understand the structure of the head and the structure of the eye too. Eyes. Tried adding some shadow shapes. I tried adding some shadow shapes in. More mannequins. I used to draw a lot of mannequins. That's crazy. Yep, more of the same. Always drawing skulls here too. A lot more of the same. These face drawings are horrendous now to look at, but I mean it's part of practice. But a lot more of mannequins. I tried doing some cloth folds here. Yeah, more cloth stuff. I think I was starting to have an idea of something I wanted to draw here that you'll see later on. I tried to do more gesture stuff. You can see I added structure, a little more structure to it. Yeah. More perspective stuff. A lot more mannequins. Oh, yeah, here I was copying panels from Jujutsu Kaisen, because they just he uses like yo, why is my camera flashing? He uses like dynamic camera angles in the manga, so I just decided to copy it. And yeah, more of just the same. I was trying to understand some gesture stuff. This is not horrific. I mean, I don't know. And mannequins. Trying to draw some hands. I was definitely rushing here. I was just getting so angry. And then what else? I done guns. Trying to do arms and folds. Okay, here I wanted to like draw a specific character that I just had an idea of. The one that I pointed out earlier. So I was looking at the different poses I could do it in. You can see it started off super rough. I was not sure what I wanted to do, and then I got closer and closer to it. Thought about adding this mask onto it. Thought about adding this like robotic spine looking thing. She was looking to hold a sword, have this type of clothes, and then I think on the next, yeah, here's when I just decided to draw it out. But yeah, have some clothing design stuff here because I was helping someone design clothes. So this is some ideas I had about that. More mannequins, trying to draw more heads. A lot more of the same. Practicing cloth stuff. Trying to draw the head from different angles. This looks like examples from Michael Hampton. This is more of that clothing stuff. All this stuff that says Valor. Valor is the name of that brand. So, and has like a little flower motif. So, had more mannequins though. This is more anatomy studies, which I didn't really need to be doing at that point because I didn't even understand like gesture yet. So, but yeah, a lot of anatomy stuff. Yeah, more of the same. A lot more of the same. This is not horrific for an arm at that point. This is horrendous though. I really did not understand gesture at all. This looks like Morpho simplified anatomy stuff. Oh, all of this is, I think. Oh, that is horrific. Yeah, there's a lot. Obviously, because my sketchbooks, I just use them like for a lot of practice. So there's always it's just filled with just horrific dog shit looking stuff. But I mean, that's part of it as well. Just practicing the Loomis head and the basic structure. Looking at eye structures. Yo, why does it keep going out of focus? Alright. But yeah. Yeah, looking at the different proportions of the head, or trying to. Yo. This guy's eye meets in the middle of his head. That's crazy. Yeah, more of the same. Here I was just coming up with just putting down ideas because I just felt like doing it. So just had this random chick floating. Was doing rough like ideas of like something floating in space. This looks like, I don't know what that is. Some type of building or tower. There's a lot of garbage faces. Faces it's always been something I struggle with drawing. More just poses. I like this floating pose. Just come up with different, like I guess a character looking at 3 big characters, or I mean, yeah, a lot of different stuff. Looking at the arm here, feet. A lot more of the same, really. It's definitely a lot of repetition of the same stuff. Yo, something out of focus. Definitely studying from Morpho in a lot of these stuff. A lot of mannequins. I really like doing mannequins. I was trying to just draw them from ref. So yeah, I used to like doing a lot of mannequins, or trying to. Some more anatomy studies. And here's where I started actually studying gesture properly, the way I was supposed to. Oh yeah, I think here I thought, oh yeah, I can do figure drawing, bro. But obviously, I'd not laid down any of the foundation, so I was frustrated, like, oh, I'm just not getting it. But that's what happens. I was very stupid. Some more gesture stuff. I remember when I drew this, I thought I was an absolute demon. I thought I was a god for drawing that. I was like, yo, the gesture's crazy on this. More of the same. Just doing some pose stuff. More gesture stuff. More gesture stuff. I think this is just a waste of a page. I don't know what I was doing. Tried some marker line rendering stuff here. Very messy though. More of the same. More gestures. It's a lot of the same. Yo. Skulls here. More stuff. This gesture. This is not horrific though. A lot more of the same. Just a bunch of anatomy stuff. The torso especially. Oh, here's where I started to jump into rendering things. So you can see I was doing cast shadows and 1, 2, 3 sides. I still really didn't understand it though. Light planes. This is all studies from How to Render, Scott Robertson. Yeah. stuff. Did more torso studies. Trying to understand how to draw the skull, so I was wireframing the whole thing. A lot of cubes. That's something you always see. I don't think, like, even these days, everything I draw has a cube on it. Every single thing, like every page has at least one cube. Like, and probably if you go back through this whole video, you'll see like I'll just go to a random page, cube. Oh, this one doesn't actually have cubes on it. Wow, that's rare. But like, it just any random page. Okay, this one too. Wow. Okay. Now it's looking like I'm lying because I'm just getting unlucky pages. But most, like, I'd say like 99% of my pages, I have at least one cube on there. And if it's not just a free floating cube, it would be like, it would just be like a replacement for a head or something like that. But yeah, I like drawing a lot of cubes, just because I'm just to make sure like I have a solid understanding of the, perspective, stuff like that. A lot of skulls on here. Trying to break down the like simple structure. I mean, this is all horrible, but it's whatever. A lot more of the same as you've been seeing. Arms, legs, hands. These are all from reference from books though. Or most of the stuff that it doesn't look like this or like this or okay. This makes me uncomfortable to look at these days, but whatever. Drawing guns. I remember in my sketchbook before this, I would draw a lot of guns to try and, understand perspective. Skulls here. Tried doing like a mech thing. I mean, it obviously looks really bad, but it was fun though, and I want to do more fun stuff like that. Again, guns. Did this like little pose thing. This is from reference. I was trying to add shadows and shade into the face. Facial feature studies. A lot of random perspective stuff. Jesus Christ. Yeah. A lot of the same. I was practicing my lines there, I think. Trying to do like from point A to point B lines. So kind of a waste of space. I could have done that more efficiently, but whatever. Doing this basic structure of the head. Different facial features here. Again, basic structure of the head, skulls. More skulls, and facial features again, so all a bunch of the same. Okay, and then I did even more perspective stuff, trying to do organic forms. Yeah, I think this is the point where I jumped into the dynamic sketching stuff. Yeah, definitely. A lot of organic forms, ellipses. I was trying to get ellipses down. Yeah, just a lot of perspective stuff and basic forms. I think I got into the rendering stuff again, like trying to do the cast shadows. And see some curvilinear. I think there was curvilinear back here too. Yeah, some curvilinear stuff. More curvilinear. Oh no, this is not really. No, I was wrong. My fault. Here I was breaking down the line rendering stuff. See, I did the same here, but I did it here with ink because it's just clearer. So I was trying to do different forms with line on and casting shadows again. Tried to instantly apply it to like a basic head structure, but this is obviously horrendous. Didn't really know what I was doing. More of the same. Not sure what this is. More organic forms. not understand how the. I remember this specific shape confused me a lot. I didn't know how to cast the shadow of this top left box onto the bottom right box. Like I didn't understand that it needed to be cut off here because the light rays are now going to be hitting it, depending on the angle. I just didn't understand it at all. More casting shadows with sticks and over objects, and remember this, casting over the object, over cubes, on walls, overhangs. Definitely didn't understand it here. I was just drawing it straight down, but here I started to understand it more. The angle, same here. Okay, here's when I started doing animals, and you're gonna see a lot of animals now. But yeah, I started trying to understand fish and sharks and just sea life. Love the same. Did this? I was trying to do this like hatching style of rendering, which I mean it's kind of scuffed, but whatever. Trying to add texture to things. Think about gradation. Here I started to do animal skeleton. So I don't know what this is supposed. This is supposed to be like a T-Rex here and here. I think this is supposed to be a horse, but Jesus. And I went on to bugs. Oh yeah, I would basically just go on like 3D model websites like Sketchfab, just get people's 3D designs for like fictional bugs. Like this one I think was this one, and obviously non-fictional bugs too, and just rotate them and try and get cool angles of it and draw it from different angles. Oh, this one I was just showing. Basically, my friends were trying to like shit talk me. Yo, drawing is not hard, bro. Like, why do you spend so much time? Fucking. So my friends were trying to shit talk me. Oh, drawing is not hard, bro. And then so I was trying to explain to them that they don't know how to draw squares and cubes, and they were like they just were not understanding the concepts. But I mean, that's what happened. More bugs, chameleons I was drawing, reptiles, more perspective stuff, combining shapes, a lizard. Yeah, I was definitely looking at textures here, how to add textures to the drawing. More of the same. I tried to draw a cat or something. That was very rushed though. And a breakdown. Structures are different things. So I just drawing mammals here. A lot of the same stuff. More rendering stuff. I was really trying to understand the rounded forms, the speed of gradation, and how that affects how rounded a form looks, or reflected light in these ones, and this one too. More trying to do rendering, gradation. Yeah, it was around this time when I got blending stumps. Started trying to use these on my graphite drawings. I mean, I didn't really have a clue what I was doing with it, but it's whatever. It's just practice. So yeah, I was doing birds here. Still looking at rendering organic forms. You'll see a lot of that. Yeah, I was just blending everything together with the stump because I didn't really understand what I was doing. How to use the tool is whatever. It's just a process of learning it. Yeah, a lot more of these organic form stuff now. And birds too. Trying to put lighting on all these different things. More different birds. Breaking down the structure of like. Oh, here I did some plants. I didn't do this a lot though. Let me see. Yeah, I literally did 2 pages of plants. Yeah, I did some like bonsai trees. So I think they look really cool. The bonsai tree. It's an interesting plant, man. Just looking at clothing folds here. Putting it over different objects. And then did some costume figures here. Tried to add rendering onto them, but like I was not really. Obviously, I still didn't really know what I was doing. Just adding tone everywhere. And as always, just a bunch of cubes. More organic forms, rounded forms. Tried again doing another costume. And more studying the folds of the clothes. More folds. More costume figures. More organic forms again. Costume figures over here though. Oh, and then I started trying to draw vehicles. Bro, I've always sucked at vehicles, but it's just because I just avoided it a lot. And I still avoid it to this day, so I need to jump back on drawing vehicles. But yeah. Breaking down the different stuff. There's just a lot of shape stuff here still. Yeah. You can see I was definitely getting frustrated with drawing it. But it's part of it. Trying to do classical cards. Practicing my lines here. Trying to get my lines good in ink. And ellipses too. And I just thought, yeah, I was trying to do direct drawing of cars. Which was definitely frustrating. Oh, and then I also did, I also did tanks here. I was drawing like eyes and stuff. But yeah, did tanks here too. Oh, and here's when I started doing because I used to, I still do struggle with the head. Drawing the head. I was doing studies of how to draw the head. I'm breaking it down to the very basics, doing the structure and stuff like that. A lot of structure stuff. Coming to the end of the sketchbook now. Yeah, a lot of the same, just structural stuff. And then I started trying to do the eyeball and the eye socket. Structure the brow and the eyes. I think this is the last page here now, yeah. Eyes here. And then, yeah. That's it. Did some more, but obviously always cubes and perspective. I'll never escape it. Always drawing cubes everywhere. But yeah, finished it off. I was doing some eye stuff, and then So yeah, I moved on to my next sketchbook doing the same thing. But yeah, that's it. So it's around 200 pages. I think actually it's 190 pages. But I'm just gonna say 200. And then yeah, there it is. This one took me like quite a while to do actually, but only because I was doing digital stuff at the same time, and also drawing on loose sheets, which I always do every time I'm in a sketchbook. I won't only do this sketchbook from start to finish. I'll draw on a lot of loose paper, do digital stuff, but yeah. And I'm pretty sure there was a point like there was some points like I don't know. There was some points where I did a whole other sketchbook in between. Maybe actually no, I don't think it was a whole other sketchbook. But yeah, that's everything right there. I hope you enjoyed looking at that. And yeah. Thanks for watching.